So good morning, good evening, good afternoon. We are again here. It's Wednesday, a little bit before our normal appointments. We do these calls normally at 8 o'clock p.m. Prague time, but this time exceptionally. Hi, Peter, how are you?
We saw I'm good. It's we call it hump day in America, middle of the weekday, but every day is a good day. So it's good to be here.
Yes, great. So everybody are waiting for our discussion, and every time we are picking up some topics which we think that people needs to hear it in the entrepreneurship because we elevate the entrepreneurship. We have a lot of projects to speak about, but let's say that today we can speak about mentorship because many people don't understand this concept or never hear about it. Some people are using it. They have mentors, they have coaches, but a lot of people are neglecting this important thing. I want to ask you, Peter, the first question, maybe two questions, or to discuss today. If you have a mentor, if you believe yourself in mentorship, and the second question is, what are the benefits of the mentorship? So we can start with the first question. If you ever have mentor or coach in your life.
I love the question because I love mentorship and mentoring. I had in my corporate world, in my career, first military, then after, I had always had a mentor. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you have one you don't really know that it's a mentor, but it's somebody who's helping you when you're younger, when you don't have the experience to understand what is mentoring. Yeah. So people who help you get to the next thing, to help you understand how the thing works, whatever you're doing. Mm-hmm. And then there's people that tell you how to get to the next thing. So as I grew, later, fast forward to the height of my career, I found myself mentoring people, mm-hmm. helping them get started at work, helping them be successful, helping them make promotions, helping them make a path for their career. So mentoring was very important to me before I ever sat down and took a class. I took courses in mentoring, and then I was teaching mentoring. So it's very, very important to me. On the business side is where I made, I think, my first mistake. And I didn't have a mentor. Mm-hmm. I had people who helped me make some choices, but not really somebody who was in the business that I was in. This was the restaurant business, and I didn't have a mentor in the restaurant business, and that, I think, was a big mistake. Mm-hmm. I think we should have a mentor who's doing successfully what we are doing or want to do. And then I think you should have a mentor then for different things. So that was job or business, then personal, then professional, and then somebody who has achieved the goals that you want to achieve, maybe financially. I found that was very important. And when I tried network marketing, for example, I found mentors in my company, in my small group. Then I discovered bigger areas that I wanted to understand and develop. And I found mentors at different places in the company. Don't be afraid to go to the person that you're dreaming about and ask them how they got there. Yeah. In any business, because they'll tell you, why wouldn't they? And that's where I really began to understand the importance of helping people get started, helping them move through their next set of goals, and to find a mentor for the end of the game. What does he want to achieve at the end? That was really, really important to me. So my life was filled with mentoring and mentorship. I actually won an award for mentoring on my job. So mentor of the year, that was a very important point to understand that I was doing something good for other people.
Yeah, that's great. You mentioned that many points, like go after someone who has the success, what you want to be successful in, and learn from them. I have similar experience that before I have mentors or coaches, I had like a slower, let's say, success path, or I was like trying everything. I didn't know the path where I am going. And once I decide, I said, okay, I need to understand what I'm doing. I need someone to help me to show the way. It was the best decision ever. I get it. And from that point, I never ever stop learning from other people, which people think that, okay, I understand everything about this industry. I don't need anything else. I fully saturated with information, which is very, how to say, risky, because many leaders in many different companies or different industries do that. I think that we need to tell them that you need to learn all your life. So my success become like faster, let's say, after having my mentor. And now I just get to my mind, because every time we try this discussion, we have other question coming. So
Yeah.
because people don't understand the difference between mentorship and coaching, because they are mentoring and coaching. And if you can explain in few words the difference between these two.
That's a good one. It's a close, they're cousins or brother and sister
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
The coach sits with me and says, what are your goals?
Mm.
And we build them together.
Yeah.
And then together we create a set of outcomes that we want to achieve.
Yeah.
And then maybe the coaching starts.
Yeah.
So before the coaching starts, there's many discussions about where this should go.
Yeah.
And then the coach helps to keep you on track.
Yes.
Right? So the mentor is more like the wisdom giver, right? Is the person who's already been there.
Yeah.
That's, I think, the big difference. The
Mm.
coach may or may not have been there. That's why they're very close. But for
Yeah.
sure, the mentor has been where I'm going.
Yeah.
He or she has done what you want to do for yourself. If
Yeah.
you want to make $1 million, you talk to a
Mm.
millionaire.
Yeah.
A coach can
Mm.
set goals for you to get there. The coach might not be a millionaire,
Yeah.
but for sure, the mentor who has done it the way you want to do it
Mm.
can give you the plan, and then you get a coach
Yes, of course. Yeah.
to
Yeah.
help you really push you. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a great comparison, and I feel that the mentorship is more personal. When I was invited once, that I did a mentorship for a group of businesswomen here in Prague online. It was the first time. I was like afraid from the experience that you are the first time as a mentor. And we are talking about a topic called whatever you think about it and you believe you will achieve. It was my topic. I start to have some phrases or some ideas, and we start to discuss it together. And then the people ask questions, so it's more interactive. And from one question to another question, we get like the conclusion and what they need, like collective, for the next session or something like this. So it's for me, like personally, I have coaches, of course, in the business step by step. I feel like in the army, the coaches do that, and you need to be accountable, because next week he will ask you what you did before, which is good. Both of them is good. I think the person should have like both, but the mentorship is more on like level of friendship and from their experience, like you said. So you are.
Yeah, it's experience. It's a teacher
Yeah.
whose mentoring is not always about teaching.
Yes.
It's about where coaching is sure about direction and next step and next step.
Yes.
Mentoring is an experience
Yes.
of sharing. When we call the person who is the mentor, and the person who is being helped, sometimes they say protege.
Yeah.
I think that's a French word, right?
Yeah.
And so the protege um, asks the mentor questions,
Mm.
and the mentor gives experiences, tells stories,
Mm.
gives wisdom. doesn't always say you have to do this.
Mm-hmm.
If you're telling the protege you have to, must do, push it, then you're coaching.
Yeah, yeah.
And in that moment, it could be the mentor, the protege needs wisdom, experience,
Mm-hmm.
guidance,
Yeah.
options,
Yes.
right?
It's like brainstorming. I said to it,
Yeah, yes,
my mentor, he said something, I said something. I create a new idea, and maybe I can think about it like this. You can have coaches, which are as a direction, but don't forget about mentors, because they will be creative way with you to complement what's
yeah,
coach started. This is what I feel. But many people don't know a lot about mentorship. They know coaches, of course, everybody.
yeah,
Myself, even I didn't know. I said, what is the difference? I don't understand. But today I understand the importance of if you have coaches, you need a mentor, of course. And if you have mentor, you need also coaches, which you start. If you, for example, we are talking about network marketing. I get a coach for 5 years for network. So I understand the industry, I have the instruction, but I was lacking of mentors.
yes,
I was starting to look after people who was in the success in the industry or outside of the industry, because we are in online business, it's a similar business. So
yeah,
I
yeah.
understand the difference while I experience it. Before, I didn't understand. I was like, okay, it's whatever thing.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think you're right. And that's a point to understand. Where am I? And is this what do I need? Right. So I'm going through some health enlightenment changes. I want to change things about my health. Lose weight, be more healthy, eat more healthy.
Yeah.
And a coach will say, do this, okay, do this, do this. And I have a mentor who says, if you want this,
Mhm.
then stop eating sugar or
Mhm.
stop eating this type of food or that type of food, because
Mhm.
these are the things that can happen
Mhm.
if you don't or you do.
Mhm.
The coach gives me the regimen, right?
Yes.
Two, 250 of these and this much of that, and
Yeah.
boom, boom, boom. But not so much about it's coaching, and mentoring is helping you understand. And
Mhm.
I think if a person goes to find a mentor and they have a mentoring experience, they will be more ready for a coach.
Yes.
I think because in any business, particularly really like our online business, I think that's why you and I, we want to do mentoring. We want to be clear that we are mentoring because we don't want to tell people you have to do.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
don't want to give them an order.
Yeah.
Do this, do
Mhm.
more, do this, don't do. We
Mhm.
want to tell them this is what works
Yes.
based on our experience.
Yeah.
You can try things if you want to, and it's okay.
Yeah.
Experience is a good teacher.
Yeah. It's
And
of course.
mentoring has already been to the class.
Yeah. 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 It's
Yeah,
interaction, and what we start together, Peter, a few months ago to actually find a way to help people, because both of us we have already have a lot of experience. You have more than me. I appreciate that we learn from each other. Everyone has a different type of lessons in life, so it's not about only business. And I feel that we decide together in the right way, that we want to give back the things we already learn in our life in the
yeah,
business entrepreneurship. So we decided to do something. We will tell you in a while. But the question here, so the benefit, let's speak about benefit to have a mentor today, few of them.
yeah. So the mentor often knows the way, the
Yes.
direction.
Mhm.
And one mentor of mine, he said, use system. And then
Mhm.
he said, and I'll give you the word, but it's S, save, Y, yourself, S, sum, T, time,
Mhm.
E, effort or energy, and M, the big one, money.
Yeah.
So system, he said, save yourself some time, energy, and money.
Yes.
But he didn't, so he said, use a system. He could be a coach and say, let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But he also said, from his experience,
Mm,
his story,
mm,
here's what he did. So what I think is good for you and me is that, yes, we want to mentor others who are in different places where we have been,
yes.
but at the same time, we are, you and me, mentoring each other
Yeah.
for sure,
Yeah, of
because
course.
our experiences are different. We
Mm,
bring them together and we create what we call the next outcome. The third alternative is a very big thing. So I think we find that when we put our two separate experiences together and we can mentor more effectively.
yeah. Yeah. I'm happy about that because I said to people that I believe in cooperation with people in the right energy level, let's say, because I believe in energy and so we are creating now because many people ask us what is the purpose that we are talking about our plans, but we will not tell you everything. But what we are planning, Peter, for next month for September.
I want to say it like this, so you could laugh because I'm excited, and I go back and forth. And the good thing about business and making a business decision is, if it doesn't keep you up at
Yeah.
night
Yeah.
thinking about direction, go or not go, which way to go or not go, how to get there. I think you have too, because we're talking it. You send me messages. It's late at your night,
Yeah.
and then I'm thinking about answering late in my night, and it's early in your morning because we're 9 hours different.
Yeah.
And I think that's the excitement. And so what I would want to tell people is, whatever you're doing, this is we're gonna take a jump. And my other coach mentoring lifestyle leap, we're going to leap into something together with others. And I think there's the magic that we want to create.
Yeah.
Take the journey. Don't think so much about think about where it's going, what you want to get. Don't think about the little big things in the beginning, the color of the windows, whatever you're talking about. I used to tell a guy about the car. We said web design was like a race car.
Mm,
If the engine is there and the wheels and the things, don't worry about the paint.
yeah.
Don't worry about the pretty colors, or don't worry about the sponsors. Make the car run.
Yeah.
And I think I'm excited because we have a vehicle
Yeah.
we can run, and we want to put a team together and prove this. So that's the exciting part. It could be any business, any vertical, any industry. We made our pick,
Mm,
and we're gonna jump here, and we want to invite people to come and go with us.
yeah.
Let's say let's go. And where we get to is mentoring to success
Yeah.
by working with this project.
Yeah. Yeah. So
That was a long answer.
no, it's amazing how to say it's like creative answer. It's a little bit that you need to think what you are saying, but it's amazing. So we are excited that we will have something special for you, for the people who are entrepreneur, even you have 10 years of experience or you just started. It's for everyone who are starting the entrepreneurship journey and wants to go further. Yeah, or you are stuck, you don't know how to do, what to do. But it's not only for online business, for business entrepreneurs, leaders, everybody who is in this field. Because myself, I believe, and Peter also, I think that we want people to become more entrepreneurial and successful entrepreneurial, because nowadays what we are living I am in Czech Republic, Peter in the US, so we have the similar economical things happening, and people are looking for a new way for living. So I believe myself, even once I will tell you my story, but I get from classical job 9 to 5 to become entrepreneur with the help with other people. So we want with Peter to help you with something we are preparing for September for all.
Yes, I can. So I have to share. I don't know if you can read it, but it says retired. So, but there's in the online industry with the older people, right? And even with the younger people realize we don't. I don't want to work 40 years.
Yes.
The older people say, well, you have to work 40 years. And
Yeah.
people in the middle say, you can work 40 years and then you get less than 40% of what you gave.
Yeah.
So I had to prove it. I'm a good mentor for 40 years because I worked 40 years.
Yeah.
And now I have 40% of what I made. So now I am at the same place where the young person is. So now I understand that I need to make up for 60%.
Yeah.
And I'm right. So, but not in by going back to work.
Yeah.
Sure not.
Yeah.
Because that is what we call trading time for money.
Yeah.
So I would rather make $15 in 1 minute while I'm sleeping than $15 in 1 hour to go to work.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my mentoring thing
Yeah.
to help people understand that.
Yeah, yeah, that's amazing stuff today. So you get a little bit of information about what we are doing, and of course, in the next episode of our discussion, we will give you more information about what we are preparing. And stay tuned to September. Actually, we will launch it before we will speak about it, but we want you to be curious and start to thinking about it because it will be a surprise, a positive surprise for many. Yes, thank you so much, Peter, for this discussion. I think it was very nice.
Great. Yes.
Again, weekly session, and wish you a nice day today.
Thank you, and a good evening to Prague. I love that connection.
Thank you. Bye bye. Bye.